How many years has it been?
So 30 years to the month, September. My brother, 1 year younger than I am, Anton, he purchases the property back, and it is back in the family. My wife and I had moved back to the area probably in about 5 or 6 years. I had driven by the property, just curious of who lived there and what they were doing with it, and just thinking of, and so there were people here, and just memories. It really seems surreal to be back here. But I drove up here that night, I remember, and it was evening. It was getting dark, and sure enough, there was a Century 21 sign posted out on the road, and I just thought, I wanted to go hide that sign because everybody else was seeing this also. And so he was able to do some things on his end, and was in a position where he could actually get it back. And he had to. It's kind of a big move for him to do that. Also, he had to get his wife's permission, and she was all on board actually for us.
How happy were you when you found out that Anton had bought the house?
I was, yes, good word, ecstatic. So the big question was okay, it's back in the family, now what? And the whole idea was that this would be a place. Now all the 8 siblings and mom and dad could come back now with their kids and be able to pick up where we left off, and now have that place where we all gather, and a sense of home, a sense of just strength, of the family continuing. We didn't know which direction to go as far as what do we do now, and the whole exterior of this home needed some new siding and a new look, and it was Anton's decision. He said, let's start there. Let's start on the outside and work in. And as we've gone on, there's not a master plan, there's not a big blueprint saying what happens next, what goes next. We often say, what is the house telling us to do next? And kind of leads us, this is the next step. Where we go and get the material is right up on the farm where we used to play cowboys, and we used to roam through all those hills and all of the old farm antiques and equipment and boards and lumber and fences and material. We've just been going through all of that and dragging it off the hill and using it. And it's just every little piece of wood has a memory that goes into this home. Matter of fact, I spoke of the old Altona town that was 2 miles up the road. It is now just a field. Nothing is left up there. But one time, the flagpole that was, the kids would come out and salute in the morning during World War I, when it made its way to this 10 acres, but 30 years later, sure enough, 30 years later, I go up and that flagpole is laying on the side of the hill, and I can still see the specks of white paint in it and the holes that held it up. And there was the flagpole that made its way from Altona, the town of Altona, to our home, and I told Anton about it, and he said, "No way." He goes, "We've got to find a place for that somewhere." And we thought about maybe we'll use it for a bench, maybe we'll use it for some trim, maybe we don't know. We'll find a spot for it. And one day, I was working in the house, we were making some decisions on the entry, and it just came. The house spoke and said, "There's the spot." And so we drug that flagpole inside the house and made it a feature right in the center of the home. It goes right all the way up to the top, a couple of stories up to the ceiling, into the ceiling. And the whole feeling was just a feeling of, can we believe it? Our house, our childhood, our home, it's back. And the idea is it would never go away.